We rocking.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Danza. Just one of the many faces of the machine known as the Danza Project. Please do me a favor if you rock with us. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn those notifications.
We got that boy Charleston White versus Wack100. You feel me? This shit just dropped. Right here, man, we getting straight to it. The internet's most wanted collab. Wack100 versus Charlie White. Stop playing, man. Let's get straight to this banger, man. Shout out Danza Project with this banger, man. Yeah. That boy brought them boys together, face to face. You know this shit finna go crazy. And they ops. They in the same rap community, but
I don't buy it.
Skip too much. Hold on.
Ones that I'm very questionable about is this. One of the ones that I'm very questionable about is this Nipsey Hussle video.
What about
I don't buy it.
Oh, you know I got a little thing I do. I just tell you put some money up.
How much money you want me to put up?
Whatever you want to put up. How many you want to see is like about 15 different text messages, probably like 10, 12 videos. How many of them you want to see?
I mean,
Wack100, stop playing. He got it all, man.
What?
5 bands.
Per video?
I went to trial.
You didn't go to trial.
I went to trial.
I
went to trial. He went to trial. I went to trial.
No, you didn't go to trial.
I went to trial in 92. He went to trial in 93.
No, you already took no deal.
I didn't take a deal. I went to trial.
What you mean, bro? What the fuck? He trying to switch it up again, bro. You just told us you told on say cheese, bro.
The juvenile trial, it got 12 years.
Big U, I've been knowing Big U since 2004, right? I didn't know this in the 90s. Guess what? It's his homies sending me that. I wouldn't know where to get it from. I don't know it exists, but they so scared to say it because they think he gonna tell on them because he got a snitch jacket.
This is a new episode of the Danza Project, something different that I wanted to do. I wanted to bring 2 very notable figures on the platform. There's a difference between me and the way I operate versus other people, and the main difference is I'm a professional dude.
Oh, y'all, appreciate you for the sub.
Right? Besides all the trolling that both of y'all are very capable of doing, at the end of the day, behind that, there's some real men behind.
So how long you been with your girl?
7 years.
So what you was doing with old girl last week at the Fountain Blue?
Oh yeah, this guy.
I was just
seeing what's up.
Look, this ain't no street. You know, you cheating. That ain't.
That Fort Worth.
I was just seeing what was up. I was just seeing what was up.
Okay, well, I mean, I want to see how professional you.
She had a fat ass. I wanted to see what was up. Yeah. Okay. One thing.
I ain't gonna say no names or nothing, but we got the content. I sent it to you. Got it right.
Yeah, I got it.
You're talking about content, right? You do.
I sent it to you. Got it right.
A lot of content.
Yeah.
That's that boy word right there, boy. I sent it to you. Got it. He wants you to talk about it, so it could be like, oh, he ain't snitched. But it's some first time this bitch finna hit the internet ever, right here. He dropping the info.
One of the ones that I'm very questionable about is this Nipsey Hussle video.
What about?
I don't buy it.
Oh, you know I got a little thing I do. I just tell you put some money up.
How much money you want me to put up?
Whatever you want to put up. How many you want to see is like about 15 different text messages, probably like 10, 12 videos. How many of them you want to see?
I mean, I got 5 on it.
5 what?
5 bands.
Per video?
Nah, hell no. I want to see if there's any truth to it. You believe it?
That ain't no question we trying to talk about nobody.
No. I done repeated it, so obviously I believe it. So I done went and repeated it, so obviously I believe it.
So here go the thing, right? This is real. Sometimes you gotta dissect certain things, right?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question. I told you who the players were in the video, right? I said it's a dude from Louisiana, Nip, and his baby mama, right? You think after all these years, the baby mama wouldn't have stood up and said something if I was?
I don't know.
Come on, bro.
So when he said it, I said some shit about the character trying to explain some shit, and my life been threatened.
What you mean? What you mean?
You know when I said nip, but not earrings. So I explained that, and my life was threatened. When this came out and said that, I sat back and said, man, they finna kill that. if he lying, they finna do something. Then.
So let me ask you a question.
And ain't nobody done
What's
nothing.
your issue with? Look, I don't got it. That's his preference.
That boy got
Diddy up
pressed.
here wildin'.
Yeah.
He finna let people
Nah,
know he was
Charleston.
hitting Nip baby mama. You see, it's coming out because you know Cassie and her was best friends. So when a playing like the way Diddy playing, this is real shit. My woman right there. My woman's right there.
Did it everybody in the industry that we like.
If I tell my woman,
that I don't disagree with.
listen,
They
listen,
come on.
you think if Diddy told Cassie make that happen with Laura, it wasn't gonna happen? You heard Nip?
I think they have incredible power. I would doubt nothing that comes out of that camp over there. I doubt
Okay,
nothing.
so that's what I'm saying.
We learn
So-
more than we ever needed.
But
to
my
know.
question to you is, what's the? Because outside of his preference, what problem did you have with Nip?
He a rolling 60s neighborhood crip, which is a detrimental organization to Black America.
Okay, now hold on. So will the kids listen to somebody that's not that, even though they're into that, to keep them from being that, or will they listen from the individual that's telling them not to be that, and you could do something different? Look at me.
That individual. That's only a small portion of our kids that's going into that. Most of our kids aren't going into that. Maybe in LA, in those small LA, Chicago, but outside of those two entities, our kids aren't automatically
Rolling
going into
60s
that.
deep as a mother in Texas.
But our
Oh, they
kids,
not?
but I would have never got exposed to it if I didn't never go to the boys' home. I would have never known nothing about rolling 60s had I never went
Where
to the boys'
Boys
home.
Home, what was it located?
In the rural area,
Of Texas, right?
yeah, of Texas.
Okay, so what I'm saying is,
My son don't know nothing about rolling 60s.
so is it Nipsey's fault that he come up the way he come up?
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I just know before Nipsey died, I seen him slapping a guy that's trying to record him and his girl, which you a celebrity. I heard him say, I'm a Crip before I'm anything. Not that I'm a man, not that I'm a father. I heard him say, I'm a Crip before anything. So once I started listening to him, I heard a song where he say, I'm gonna turn all these into lesbians. Now,
I didn't hear that song.
Now it's on.
So at that point, you became an advocate for women.
I don't give a fuck about women.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
just-
We know.
I don't
The same women you say
Hold
you
on,
go-
no. Let me
you
finish.
talking about?
You asked
We
me about
know.
Nip. He
yeah.
said, I'm gonna turn all these, and I'm saying, I got a daughter. So when I see them, I don't like gang members. Gang members don't do a motherfucking thing for black people, but kill other black people. During the police shooting, the gang members ain't rising up like that daddy did to go kill nothing. When it's time to, when the Mexicans do something to us, he saying, so I'm saying, he gang member. He just so happened to be one of them gang members. So when I go to his funeral, I find out why are people in my city celebrating this. I ain't never heard his songs or nothing. Don't know nothing about this.
Stop right there. I was one to say, and Biggie Smalls said it, you nobody till somebody kills you. Because Nip dropped his album 2019, right?
Yeah.
No, 2018. He died 2019, right? So that first year, album did 50, 60,000 copies, okay? Even when he got killed, it still took another year after the death for it to reach platinum. If the boom, the persona that we saw from the world was real, it wasn't just no BS, that thing would have been platinum.
So when I go to the funeral, I'm sitting and I'm listening because I'm here to find out who is this. So I don't hear nobody really say Nipsey. I hear Earmiss. So when Lauren London's son got up there and said, last night, Earmiss came to me in a dream and he was in heaven. And he said, what's up, killer? So when this kid gave this detailed description of Earmiss, homie, it blew my mind. I put the blunt out and
Well, he was your father.
I started paying attention. So then Lauren London spoke about him. So I said, nah, homie, Nipsey was a character like the WWE. This guy was intelligent. And then I got to talk to Big Syke after the funeral. Big Syke gave me a ride back to the house. Big Syke said Nip came up to him when he was about 11 years old and said, big homie, why you gangbang? And he said, I gangbang because I was born to. He said Nip told him at 11, he don't have the name Nip yet, big homie, when I grow up, I'm gonna change the hood. Kid grew up to change the hood. So I fell in love with Earmus.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
So that's so I'm painting
Oh,
a
okay, I
picture.
get
These
it.
rappers ain't who we think
Hey,
they are.
nah,
If
nigga.
I'm looking from afar, I'm thinking Nip is a hardcore neighborhood roller, but nigga, this nigga was a compassionate guy. So I'm trying to show the kids, yeah, what we see in these personas, but it's a flip side of a coin to these.
Well, do you think Denzel's a snitch?
What a pepper spray at, Charleston?
I don't know.
Well, he played one in American Gangster.
I don't think that, but
But
the
I'm
kids
saying he
was-
played one American
so,
Gangster.
but
So
hold on.
why can't...
Charleston
No,
looks
no, no, no,
scared
no,
or I'm
no,
tripping?
no. Because our kids think these are the personas. I f- with kids. I ain't talking to grown
So
folks.
what kids you talking about? You talking about the
What
kids
is it? We
in the
know
group homes?
what
No.
What you mean
I don't know
by
what
that?
kids you talking about. I'm
Actors,
talking about the kids I
Because
know.
my son...
I don't know your son. I'm talking about the kids in my neighborhood.
But what do your son think?
My son know not to think, 'cause he been taught all that on TV.
So is it on the rappers or is it on the parents?
It's on the parents.
So, question I have for you with this same thing. You
What?
you also are a father. And
Hell yeah.
when you hear messages,
I'm a
Charleston
daddy
cap
too.
for real,
Father
bro.
just biological shot you out. Daddy who take care of you.
For real.
Now, when you talk about
Talking about
being
F
a
for
father,
baby. He was
being
just talking
a
about he
dad,
don't care about
right? And you hear a
ladies.
message like Charleston's.
Or
Do you
kids.
agree with his message, knowing that you don't want that for the kids?
No, I'm told even he know that. I'm told I tell the kids to go to police academy, goddamn military school, trade school. I tell them gang banging is the dumbest, stupidest thing I could have ever done. I don't regret it because it
Nah, because you want the boys to be informers like you. That part of your contract. Don't do that, boy. Don't try to sauce it up now. Like, nah, the life ain't. Nah, the life. You right about what you about to say, but don't act like that's the real reason, nah. The real reason is your contract.
it got me to where I'm at today. Right? I went through what I went through to understand it. But
now you
I don't
preaching
think
right here, though.
gang banging is healthy
It
for
ain't healthy.
nobody in
For
no
nobody.
shape, form, or fashion
No.
at all. All the cap that is there to protect the community, nah, that ain't what it's there for. Because
It ain't protect-
if we
nah.
even look at what we do, majority gangs claim a park, right? Who the park was created for?
The kids.
Okay, now if you got a bunch of grown dudes in the park who then went across the way and put some work in 2 nights before, where they know where to come retaliate at.
Yeah.
So now you got a bunch of grown cats bringing the problem to the park, and now we got little Eddie hit over here, 9 years old, because he in the sandbox, right? So everything that they do is really a violation. But I guess what? Majority of
He said he
these
a killer
gangs, the rules were started by somebody
Yeah, in
with
his
an
hood.
8th grade education.
That boy just
This
a rat.
is just what's real, and it's selective politicking all the way through. What's wrong for him is right for him because he got the bag. What's right for him is wrong for him because who his uncle is.
Informant
So
rap.
it ain't really no structure. It ain't nothing about it. I didn't really start growing in the mind until I left the hood and started to see the world.
But what got me here, he was killed by his own kind.
Well, Boosie called that. Boosie told everybody years ago.
He was killed by his own kind. And it ain't been no retribution or retaliation or no ill will toward the kind that killed him.
Well, how could it be when that's the nature of they block? They got a saying over there.
You ain't a real one till you kill me.
That's a fact.
So now with you got
That is the lamest gang right there. Like, boy, you ain't really in our gang. The game that you wanted to be in so bad until you backdoor one of us. Huh? What the fuck? Whoa. So you just signed yourself up to get your ass backdoor by one of these just cause your ass just said they gotta take your ass. Now that what they heard. They heard take your ass out. Goofy. Till you backdoor one of your own, which supposed to be your new brothers, families, whatever the case may be, you ain't a real six. So I heard Brick Baby say that. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense now. Nah, it make perfect sense.
a stigma on your name given to you by the internet, and people want the internet, and they say,
What's the stigma?
You know that's the new generation said that, because the old generations, the one he talking about supposed to protect the neighborhood, and I'm pretty sure the protect the neighborhood or kinders was not on no damn backdooring each other. Like, what is backdooring each other gonna do to protect the neighborhood? Huh?
They say Wack100 is the police.
I'm out of police.
They say you're the police.
Nate
Because I know a
Boone.
lot.
Because you
the
know a
info.
lot. So
I
tell
know
me,
they got
a lot of info.
Yeah, tell me
Alright,
what
say
it is
less.
about,
We gonna
because
check 'em out.
I had a conversation with Taxstone. And I know you heard the conversation because he's
No,
like,
you know,
he's
I
like, I
don't-
heard Dan's mom got a red mouth. And I'm like, look, listen, Farouk from the Nation of Domination is coming at me.
So Tax Tone is a dude back in like 2015. He started to use my name. I didn't even know. I still don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is.
He just started saying my name, right? And I'm gonna be real. I don't give a lot of people credit and props if you got on saying another dude's name. If you got on being who you are. You know how I found out who he was? I thought he was the manager of this little dude they dropped the paperwork on. Remember the little rapper out of Philly, the East Coast or something?
Yeah, Pop Hunter.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I saw him defending him. So I automatically thought this must be the manager. So I said something. This how me and his back and forth. I didn't know who Charleston White was, right? So he
trying to diss Charleston right now.
He didn't start it with me. He
Charleston bigger than you now. It's
because
crazy.
of what I said. But when it comes to information, I'm gonna be real. I've been an information guy since I was yay big in the neighborhood. You get what I'm saying?
We know.
Depending on what role or position you play on your block, depending on your level of information you dealing with. I don't give a damn if it was football, basketball, whatever it was. I was always the captain of the team. My little neighborhood clique, where we was on bicycles, writing.
You know, he sound like he really the little bad, little nosy jit, always trying to be around, got his nose stuck up in something he don't need to have it in. All in grown folk business, trying to claim like this with the varsity leader and all that. I thought he was a gangster. We had time to do all this.
Skateboard, nailing the milk crate to the skateboard.
You had a lot of life.
The one to figure out where we gonna get the crates from. And guess what that took? Information. So I'm always a guy that's gonna talk to the right people, right? To be able to get the information I need. Now,
Vlad,
when I started the exposure stigma,
Adam 22.
I knew what I was doing. I got a slew of from the women from the federal penitentiary. I ain't even let go yet. Cause it's more telling on them than anything. So what they do, my number been leaked on the internet for 9 years. I never change it. So guess what? They sent it to me. Yeah. I don't even, I wake up, man, I got so much stuff. If I mention somebody, the dude who don't like you or who woman you took or who you owe some money or whoever it is at work they sent it to me. This is how I get my information. Majority of it, if it's coming from a neighborhood, it's from your neighborhood. Big U, I've been knowing Big U since 2004, right? I didn't know this in the 90s. Guess what? It's his homies sending me that. I wouldn't know where to get it from. I don't know it exists, but they so scared to say it because they think he gonna tell on them because he got a snitch jacket. Right. They like, yo, he told on this dude Eddie Boy in 92. I don't know this. So you know what they do? They give us Eddie Boy number. We call Eddie Boy. 600 go down there and meet him.
That was gonna be my question. When your source is the enemy, how do you filter what's real and what's not?
But what's the enemy?
You can't be ashamed of what you done.
You can't be ashamed.
You can't be ashamed of what you done.
See, you gotta remember, in other places like you from Florida, right? See, I'm gonna warn y'all now. He know this. Don't think that Crip and Blood means his enemy in California.
Okay.
Oh no, that ain't to be together.
I said that because you said the enemy of such and such would contribute that information.
Well, you
not
gotta.
That you found it, but they bringing it to you.
Let's say like right, me and you getting into it online, right, and your cousin over there, you done whooped his ass 8 years ago. He don't like you, but he knows something about you. He sends it to me. I don't know how to contact your people. Half the information I got don't got nothing to do with the law. Now the paperwork we pull, paperwork is public record. The number one thing that y'all...
Now, I don't got nothing against when you get paperwork now. Like you said, that's public records. But the other shit you be doing, sending through text messages and shit, come on now, that's just Wack100.
Don't realize works against you is a phone number. If we got your phone number, we got everything. Phone number gonna tell us your information.
That's on like FBI right now.
We gonna see your city. You from up LA County. We gonna run it. Anything criminal gonna pop up, and then we gonna dig.
I see.
I got a whole team. I can pull my phone open right now. I got a whole team that's all they do all day is run, pull, potential ops. Who's a potential op? Anybody they see on the internet mentioning my name in any type of disrespectful way, I look at it. I was talking to Charleston. Some of them I look at, oh, this just want me to mention him for some clout. Some of them I see, oh, you think you that guy. We expose you.
What about Clubhouse? What does that factor in with all that?
That's a code I created.
You damn near seem like the CEO of
That's the snitch cult he created.
You Clubhouse.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just took the app.
It's yours.
Yeah, he damn near seem like he's the owner.
You own it. Yeah,
So the 100 side runs 24 hours, 7 days a week. It never shuts down. It's compiled of 15 rooms. I got a security team. It's a queen. That's her. R&B. We got...
y'all bullying people.
No, we don't. Because we be in our own space. We got spies. I got 42 spies that never talk. They won't call me. They just text me.
But what's their motivation?
Huh?
But what's their motivation? Are they trying to get favor with
You know what
Wack?
their motivation is?
Like,
You know what their motivation? Everybody want to be part of something. Everybody want to be part of something. And if
Good
they
job.
can,
Appreciate
and if
you.
they can pick and choose what they a part of, they hit me. They be like, they know, okay, Wack got 33 spies. He'll send me a slew of stuff. Can I be spy 34? This real. I pull this phone open right now. They report to me what's going on Clubhouse, who doing what on the floor. What, like Hocus 4/5, we on this bumper. If I go to my phone right now, I guarantee you they done pulled up all kind of on Hocus. Watch this. It's just, you look.
Say what's up, Hocus. That's y'all with Hocus too.
Listen,
I with Hocus.
what I tell you.
Yeah, riding in the motherfucker.
Bro.
That's that boys' home.
Look, what I tell you.
That's that boys' home. They went to the boys' home.
Look, what it say?
Oh yeah.
That's his paperwork.
PDF.
Look, Hocus.
uh-oh.
Bail. Look. Look at this. We got mounds of this. That's one text thread. I got like 10 of these on it. So it's an operation over there.
So let me ask you this. How do a motherfucker come to Clubhouse and make money? Because that's how my whole beef with me over ain't making
But
no
no, look
goddamn
on the
money.
thing though. Now, Charleston, let me give you some game. Clubhouse, I designed to help other people make money. So I got a media team, and they sit down there. Wherever I go, they follow me. Sometime I create the content. Like lately, they've been having an old 2-year clip of me and my girl. They don't know we be in the same house. We be like, baby, let's give them some content. She'll go in there and be talking. I come in there, what you just say? And we'll just argue. Right? But they believe it. It's entertaining to the people.
Yeah.
Right? So they take it and they run with it. But guess what? My media team takes it, chops it up,
Why he
and
capping?
release it. Wack100 and White gets into it. People watch it. I got like 6, 7 people on the media.
Well,
Let me find out. Wack100 doing the couples YouTuber channel method on this.
Well, that's why I stopped coming
W
over there, 'cause I
Wack,
know that
boy,
I'm
old
finna
head
come
doing that.
argue with you, not make
you-
no money, have a
Stop
That's
coming
W.
over there because
Gonna send the drones.
I had you figured out before you got there.
But he
You
capping.
wouldn't argue with me. Yeah. You wouldn't argue with me. I come over here to fight.
That's rule one. That's rule
Yeah, I come over here to fight.
No, look, so they saying, Wack, Charleston said this, Charleston said that. Charleston. I said, listen, I'm fighting Charleston back right now. I said, I'm going to fight this for about 2 weeks. That's all the war. They said, when are you going to go start fighting? I said, I'm fighting him now. Get it 2 weeks.
The war.
Once he said, he ain't stupid, right? He didn't study me
At all.
like I studied him. If I say one word to him, that's all he needs.
It's
It's
on.
blazing.
It's on.
I had to fight him with silence. You can't fight no
I ain't been
talk-
back since.
Talk faster than you.
It's hard
Say
on
more
Clubhouse.
heinous shit. Say the most
I want to see.
crazy.
That say
Let
the
me ask you
most
this.
crazy.
You talk about like people
You know
pulling,
something?
like you putting out on the internet. How they get
versus
a picture
Charleston.
of you with your cheeks out though?
No, I was laying on the bed. I just listen. So Broad come in. She did a
The only person to make Charleston really choke up. Charleston over here copping, please. He just saying that one man, nah, that nigga too gay for me. Can't with that. I see that. I'ma knock him out. That's all he's saying. Nah, bro. Link up with him, bro. Talk back, bro. Respond, bro.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. I went over there. I hit her. You know, you slide into something and you like she make the wrong face and you really look at what you doing. You like you tripping. Yeah. So I just stopped like 7, 8 minutes in, right? And when I stopped, I just start feeling like disgusting. So I'm like, let me go get in the shower. Cause it washed this off for me. I wasn't proud of this. I'm like, you tripping, what the f you want? So I went and jumped in the shower, and I'm one of them dudes, bro, that I like to be served. So I'm like, I done did this with this mother hood rat. She gonna do something. Go get some lotion, come lotion my body. So I laid on the bed, and when I laid on the bed, when she went to get the lotion, she took a picture. Here go the thing. I don't know about y'all, but I don't walk around the room fully dressed, especially no hotel room. Right. Not with no female. Like, nah, it'd be different if, because it's me.
On his stomach,
anything,
Let the demons in the Baduka.
he do, they catch you outside with his shoes off, they gonna say he broke, he ain't got no shoes. So it could be some normal shit, but they gonna take it and ride with it. Now, I don't mind it because we understand the algorithm. Good, bad, the ugly. If you mentioning this shit, it don't matter to me. Now, you got me in there with a transgender or something I ain't supposed to be in there with, then it's a problem. But long as I'm in there with a female,
Yeah, it is what it is.
yeah, it is what now.
Well, I remember. You said that like
well, his ass was ass.
Yeah, he was he shaved the back of his legs or something.
Yeah. And the toe
never
reported
came.
to the ground. So you heard the story just said. I said, done went in the dirt, laying on his bed, and toe to the ground.
So let me ask you a question. So you just you lay in the bed. Look, so you
You know
lay
he
in your
looked at the
bed,
picture.
You just lay on your back.
Nah, just jugging that shit.
I'm just
I lay how you lay, but nigga ain't no picture. Ain't no picture floating around. Nigga with me laying like that. Yeah. No, so at that time that was good.
How can you breathe laying on your stomach, dog? For real. How can you breathe like that? I ain't saying, man, lay like you in a coffin, but damn.
He gonna grab it and he gotta roll
There
with
you go.
it.
Not just for me, but for a lot of people, that was at least
Y'all don't like breathing?
2 months worth of content.
Yeah, you got
That's at least 2 months worth of content. And the brown
Kinda
that
let them demons in.
did
Shit,
it,
crazy.
she had about a 6 to 9 month run of content. She just didn't know what to do, so she lost her light.
Right.
She was supposed to quit talking about him and bring it about her and her gifts and talents. So that's where a lot of people get caught up at home. They get the light, they have this momentum, and then it's only a short span.
Well, I mean, what she didn't want me to release was that, when you hit that spot and she opened her mouth up, halfway back, her tongue was like gray, copper.
Oh, man.
So I was like, oh.
Daddy was
So
pissing in her mouth.
all systems went off. Like, it just everything stopped working.
Where'd I park at?
Yeah, it
Start
was a
thinking
little
about other shit like.
Now, I got a question for you, though. Why you keep saying Nipsey was paying for protection?
Turn it on.
Where you get that from?
You getting
For
distorted?
real, like, because
But it's
I've
on Game
never
Members?
known Nip. One thing about his movement, his team, and his brother wouldn't have went for it. I never known him to pay nobody for no protection.
His people. Yeah, I ain't gonna say the name, but his people.
So now you protecting lives.
Well,
come on, Charleston.
I don't know if they lied or not. I met them before the internet.
Do you really think?
Man, listen.
No, for real. Do you really?
Yeah. If Big U is what they say he was, there's no way he was letting.
Okay, let's do the math. One of Nipsey Hussle's man, Spats, he about 5'3". Why? Put Big U on his pockets. You think if Nip Team feared Big U like that, a nigga raise his hand to him?
Man,
Yes or no?
all I know is from what I heard directly after the funeral and what I seen on that camera, he got killed in his own hood, in his own city, around his own friends, with word of your protection. If you ain't
Bro, that happened every day out there. He just happened
I
to be
ain't from there. I don't know.
Niggas get killed in your hood.
Not
You
like
act
that.
What?
Not like
I
that.
like that.
We just, ain't you from where they just gunned this little dude down in front of his daughter? Ain't you from that area? You from Dallas, Fort Worth, right?
I'm from the suburbs. I ain't from the hood.
Okay, listen.
No motherfucker hood. I ain't grew up in no
Didn't
neighborhood
you
with
used
them
to
kids.
gangbang?
In the boys' home.
Until you want to tell a gangster story then. But then you gangster, then you like, nah, I was in the hood. I was at grandma in the crib. I was over there with grandma and them being bad. Nah, but now you a suburban. We know. Trust me. It's just you be confusing your story, switching back and forth when you feel like it. Like, oh nah, I want to be gangster now. Oh nah, let me tell the truth this time. Oh nah, I'm gonna be gangster again.
And I ain't never gang bang outside the boys' home.
How old was you when you was in the
You
boys'
never
home?
gang bang.
14 to
You
21.
snitched one time,
Okay,
bro.
I'm glad you said.
You snitched one time, bro. Well, you never gang banged, bro. You were paraplegic your whole childhood. Shout out my paraplegic. But still, you had no time for gang banging. You got out the boys' home for a year. You got locked up the same year. Like, bruh, what are we talking about, bruh? What is you lying about, bruh? When you had time to be a gangster at the boy, bruh? But what? Yo, I went to the mall one time. Did something to a white man. You used that whole story your whole life. Every time you want to be a gangster. Now you got more stories all of a sudden? You trying to snitch on nobody else? Come on.
Said that. So
Charles.
that means when you made that statement, you was banging.
What banging? Maybe what
Aye,
statement?
aye, aye.
So when the shot the cop,
Aye, aye,
No, I
aye.
wasn't banging.
you said you was 16.
I was 14. I was 14. We 14. We committed the murder.
So you was 14.
Look, it's we again. It's we again. Y'all go watch that Charleston White interview with Say Cheese when he admitted that it was other dude. And then it was we again. Then it was him. Then it was all of them. Then he made other dude. Then he ain't make other dude. Other dude got his own mind. And y'all listen to Charleston if y'all want to, man. He is a damn fool.
Y'all 14?
So you start banging after that?
And a liar.
In the facility.
Yo,
in the
that,
facility.
you know that don't make no sense.
It
I don't
don't.
give a what it made. I told you, I don't give a fuck what it made.
Why would you start banging after you was 16?
I was 14. I was 14. We 14. We committed the murder.
So you was 14.
Y'all 14.
So you start banging after that?
Yeah.
In the facility.
Yo,
In
that,
the facility.
You know that don't make no sense.
I don't give a what it made. I
So
told you, I don't give a fuck what it made.
why would you start banging after?
Because
that?
it's just like joining a fraternity.
Protection. But he was really in PC. But he trying to act like he joined the game for protection. He was in PC. My dog was about crippled as shit. He couldn't walk. He say he missing a hip to this day. He lying, y'all boys. He just got rehabilitated a couple years ago.
It was fun.
So you didn't do it for the seriousness of it?
Hell no. If I wasn't serious about nothing, the nigga didn't get visits. I did.
So
Y'all
you
just having fun.
So you never even grew up in the hood.
Never.
So you just been playing with it.
All the whole time.
Where's the hat at?
That's
think
why.
everybody
That's why I
flying.
wore a hat that said I think everybody's playing.
Hey, listen, for all y'all, I'm gonna be real. I don't know what the you on. We ain't taking this flat. We sweat in here because the dancer, he ain't pay his light bill. We running off a generator.
Yeah, nah.
Nigga ain't got no AC.
I think everybody playing, even if they come from it. That's why 90% of cases in court are solved and organized by plea bargain. Because ain't going to trial. What you mean? They ain't fighting the white boy. Because if most time you go to trial, you win.
Well, if you
Well, that boy a party crip for real.
Well, okay, if you did it,
That shit for extra we'll talk about. Them boys that just make the gang look deep. But he was in PC, so he was making the guards look deep.
then
Why you gonna fight?
What you mean? Why you go fight? You fight everything else?
You see what gang he in now? Rattatentiary. That boy is the police, man. That's the gang he joined, y'all boys. The boys in blue. What you talking about? I can't even shout them out.
You fight everything
That
else.
is fighting. If
You
you
no.
If you reading the paperwork right,
So then when the
gotta
white
fight
boy
to get the minimum.
when the white boy
Yeah,
gets
I
you,
need the
hey,
minimum.
hold on. When the white boy gets you and he say I'll rise, what you do? You rise. So no.
I be saying, he talking right here. This is shit I be saying, boy. If you gonna crash the fuck out, all right, you want to crash out for your people, but when it come to them whoops, your ass gonna go ahead and fold up. Nah. Remember the plan. You about to go crash.
No. So you
America.
play tough in the hood with everybody, but when the white boy gets you, now you want a plea bargain. No.
You plea bargain.
I was a kid. I did what my mama.
No.
You said you'll do it now, bro. You said you'll tell to get out of jail.
No.
I was
fought my cases at 12 years
See how he be lying, y'all boys? That's what I don't like,
You
bro.
was a neglected child raised in the
No,
hood.
no,
I
wait.
wasn't. You were raised in the hood?
Yeah.
You was neglected.
No,
then.
I
I
wasn't.
wasn't. I wasn't in poverty. I wasn't in
Hold on,
poverty.
no, nigga, you plea
I wasn't in
bargain.
poverty.
So you didn't plea bargain when you took the stand?
I went to trial. That was a trial.
No, you
I went to
You
trial.
didn't.
Look, see how he playing both sides. He gonna be like he wasn't in poverty. Then he gonna say some wanna be down gangster later, like, bro, we had to rob. We killed the nigga, bro. We killed the white man, bro. Get your lame capping ass on, bro.
Go to trial.
I went to trial.
My bad, dude. I'm tired of his ass.
I went to trial. He went to trial. I went to trial.
No, you didn't go to
I
trial.
went to trial in 92. He went to trial in 93.
No, you
I
already
went to trial. I
serious?
didn't take a deal, nigga. I went to trial, nigga.
What you mean you didn't
I went
take
to
a deal?
juvenile trial and got 12 years.
He couldn't take a deal. He already snitched before they picked him up. Before they took him to the interrogation room. In the interrogation room, ain't no deals. His mama had to get him 2 lawyers. 2. Because the dumbass couldn't shut the up. She couldn't learn or listen to nothing she taught him.
Hey, baby, when they get you for anything, you know you're innocent, so you just sit there quiet, baby. You just sit there quiet, Charleston. You don't say nothing. You hear me? You don't say nothing.
But nah, his ass want to go ahead and talk.
How much time you did?
2 lawyers.
How much time you do?
I did 14 to 21. I didn't have to go do no more time.
You did
I'm
what?
in juvenile.
You didn't do no 7 years.
Do how long I do?
You didn't
14
do no
to 21.
damn 7
You
years.
a lie. You don't know me, nigga.
Come on,
You
bro.
a goddamn lie.
did 7.
I did 7.
You got the
14
work
to
to show
21.
us that.
14 to 21.
You got the
I
paperwork
ain't
to
got
show
to
that?
prove a thing, nigga. It's documented.
Don't worry,
It's
Clubhouse. Clubhouse finna pull it up.
Yeah, we pulling that.
It's
pulling that
documented.
shit
It's
up.
documented in
So
Supreme
you
Court.
saying-
I just said
you
what I
saying you did
said.
7
nigga.
years
I
straight
just said
for
what
the
I
murder of
said.
that cop.
14. We didn't kill no cop. Listen to this nigga. A cop. We didn't kill no cop, nigga. We killed a white man.
Ain't no we. Ain't no we. You snitched on who did it. Stop saying we, bruh. Stop saying we, bruh. Come on, bruh. You do faking. You remember you just said you grew up, you was in Poe. Your mama loved you. She taught you to snitch. Come on, Charleston with this we. You confusing the people you trying to fake lead now. You confusing them, making them think you a fake You fake gangster. You a wankster right now, bruh. Uncle Ruckus think he was a gangster. Get the out of here, yo.
An innocent white man trying to stop us from steal jacking. I was sentenced to 12 years under Texas juvenile determined sentencing
being a
law.
goofy rat.
At 18, you go back to court. It's called
had
a
nothing to do with
transfer
nothing.
hearing. Based on this transfer hearing, you either be transferred.
See, if he would have stayed quiet, he would have been innocent. They would have been like, nah, he had nothing to do with it. Nah, he was there. Nah, he was in the situation. Nah, he was in the car. No, he was regular bystander. The lawyers would have took care of that. He did not. He was not the gunman. He had no idea what was going on. That was not his intention to kill somebody that day. They was going to the mall to go buy some shoes. He seen Jamal. They all ran away. You feel me? He would have got off clean, but his ass trying to snitch. Nah, we. Yeah, your ass. Yeah, going to jail, boy. You tell to go to jail.
into the adult prison system, go home
Or
on
let you
go home on parole, or you're recommitted back into the youth custody. I was recommitted and did another 3 years.
So you tell him you did a 7 year
I
jump.
mean, fuck you, nigga. I just said what I said, dumbass nigga. This nigga, I just said, I said 14 to 21,
So let
nigga.
me ask you another
Going
question.
on.
I don't know if there's any truth to this. They
I've
say
been saying it all this time. Ain't nobody came out line. He was in the boys' home with me. He did 19.
we gotta look into
Oh, you
that.
tell you going to
You ain't
jail.
gotta look into nothing.
Guaranteed.
Nigga, I don't lie like
Let
you,
me ask you a
nigga.
question.
Paperwork.
Let me ask you a question. The dudes that's in there, they say every time they go up for a parole hearing, you send something in.
I don't. You can't do that in Texas. You as a co-defendant, the only people who are allowed to go to your parole hearing are the victims. Nobody else.
So that's a lie.
That's a lie. The person who committed a crime with you, for one, they don't notify to say, hey, he's going up. And for two, you can't come speak. You're not the victim.
Well, they saying they notify you because you gave a statement on him on the stand.
Why would they notify me?
Because you gave a statement on him.
But why would they notify
They
me?
say-
Hold on.
You gave a
All
statement on the
criminals, They
stand.
do not notify the co-defendant. You're not the victim. They don't care if he get out and kill you.
Who don't?
The system.
Bullshit.
You lying to me, nigga? I don't know now, nigga.
Bullshit.
I don't know now,
If
nigga.
your ass get on the stand
They not doing that, my nigga. You a goddamn lie. They not doing it. And I
Okay.
know plenty of niggas got on the stand. And
So you saying the dudes in there,
I would
they
nigga,
can't-
listen. I'm a big dog in Texas. Ain't now gonna come through a thing to me whether I told on them or not. They ain't gonna, nigga. I'm a real big dog in Texas. You think I can talk how I talk? Nigga, I'm a real big dog in Texas. The nigga I told on is a pup to me.
Look at that cheap ass jury. What you talking about? You ain't talking about rich. You ain't talking about a gangster. What you talking about? A real activist? You ain't that no more. So what you talking about? The biggest comedian in the city? It might be that. Hey, it might be that, y'all boys.
My nigga right there was on the same unit with him. That nigga caught what I'm gonna go steal. Nigga, I don't give a damn about no I told him. And don't think a nigga touch me no
So
rock
you know
again.
him.
I don't know the nigga.
You know the he told on.
Yeah,
You know the nigga he told on.
So
Nigga,
that's
ain't
your real homeboy.
Me and that nigga been homeboys since the
That's
15.
your real homeboy. You don't get fucked with it.
I done got into it with South Walker, Jay. Ain't no in Texas go with me, nigga. I'm a real big dog.
You know Sauce don't really pay.
I wouldn't give a from 03 brother them, mama them. Nigga ain't no with me in Texas. Nigga, I'm a real big dog.
Sauce Walker with Charleston.
No, he just don't pay him no attention.
No, they do. No, nigga, no, they do.
He don't take him serious.
I'm totally taking serious.
He don't.
Nigga,
You say you don't take
took
it
me
serious.
serious. Why you think you sitting here? You did.
I ain't gonna lie, you reacted to him. Charleston, this interview is brand new. So you actually already reacted to him saying that, yo, come on, bruh. You literally seen the man reaction and seen, you was like, nah, yeah, Sauce Walker, nah, yeah, he right. You agree with him and all. He called you a damn fool. He like, you just can't take Charles too serious or nothing he say. And you agree, you shook your head like a bobblehead. Like they slapped on the motherfucking dashboard, just kept moving.
Why you think you sitting here?
No.
Nigga, you don't even mention no nigga name, but you don't take him serious.
Listen.
You don't even mention the
I'm
nigga.
gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you.
Listen, my nigga. I done been all
Let me
over
tell you
this
what I
country.
took serious about you.
I done been all over the country, nigga, and I really think I'm bad.
You was good at your craft.
And I really think I'm bad when I ain't playing my craft.
What you mean?
I think I'm bad. By my self, without the gang, without the hood, in Texas, in the state of Texas. It ain't in prison.
Then Wack gonna beat him?
So you saying you the face of Texas?
I run Texas.
You was Texas stand for?
I run Texas. I'm the baddest in Texas right now. It ain't with me.
So you ain't never sleeping?
I ain't gotta sleep, nigga.
So why you was sleeping at that light? What you was on? You gotta tell us. We wanna
That's
know.
different.
What you was on, nigga? You know you fucking with a professional up here.
Hold on.
You know what you was on?
Let's see what we got.
What you was on, nigga?
Pentelelona.
Of Charleston White Nan and Boo Boo THC.
Come on.
No.
He said he was on the line of that Pentelelona. Don't try to say THC after that, boy. You was on line, boy. You on line of that Pentelelona.
That's cat. Good promo.
Wack scared of Charleston.
My own line of Nan.
He's scaring that boy, though.
I ain't no capping. I got my own line
you
from
was
the
on
weed
THC.
spot.
He did say he's scared of that boy quick
I asked him
tongue,
to
though.
make it like that so we can combat the opioid crisis. I told him make it strong so they got some people and put them in the laboratory. Made me my own and I make a killing off of it.
Concentrate.
I thought they found some pills in the car.
They didn't find no pills in the car, nigga. That's why I ain't got no felony conviction. Nigga in Texas, they ain't finna let me get caught with no pills in the in all the bags of
Nigga,
the
you done
drink.
been caught with all kind of shit.
Goddamn lie, nigga.
Well, that white,
I only
huh?
get caught with guns and weed. And I
Now, I suppose Wack, come on, you known for knowing shit, bro. Did he get caught with that Pentelelona and that cocaine? Let me know.
say the weed
I
is
thought your
CBD.
guns was legal though.
They is legal, but you can't have it with weed. So I have to go to court and say, Your Honor, this is not THC marijuana. This is
mean,
the
Coca
CBD,
Melina.
Your Honor,
Medicine.
under the federal levels. So they throw out the weed and give me back my gun. Most dumb don't know that. They keep the package with the weed plant on it. And I
to
keep
the
it in the
scale.
Ziploc bag so I can say it's CBD. You ain't talking to no.
Now you said it on the interview, so it's like, what? They finna open up all your old cases, your ass done. They found a statement on the interview and now your ass self-snitching. Your ass done, bruh. They finna reopen all them shits. This shit ever happen again, they using this statement right here in court. They finna play it for your dumb ass. You gonna look at it like what?
Nah, Judge, you see that? That's my character. That's Charleston White. You see, when I be doing that, I actually be playing. I don't be serious at all. I be actually in a character.
Nobody trying to hear that, bro.
No dumb.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. He
I
ain't
saw
talking,
you.
he
Listen.
ain't talking to no dumb
I
nigga.
saw you at a light.
I put
Sleep on the steering wheel.
Listen, I put the car in park because I already knew I was leaning. Threw the keys over in the passenger seat so they can't get you with the DWI. If they're in your pockets. Normally you're supposed to get out the driver's seat.
Yeah,
so I laid
yeah.
the seat back and I cut the car off, attached from the keys, and went to sleep. And beat the case. Shout out to Andrew Andy Platt. Bad.
Yo, quick question.
What up?
A couple of weeks ago, we just saw interesting term of
Yo, what happened when niggas trying to show out in an interview, bro? Little interview, bro. Trying to look like he trying to be the gangster right now for Wack100. So bad, bro. He trying to play that gangster card so bad for Wack right now. I'm the hardest in Texas. Ain't nobody with me. We caught that body. What else? All type of bullshit. Oh, when I got that weed in the Ziploc, I say that shit CBD. So they gonna test your shit. They gonna real shit back. They gonna use this statement next time. Oh, you goofy ass. Like you always try to act like y'all pushing gems and shit for real. Like, Y'all be faking, trying to hide behind street politics and other goofies who don't know no better, trying to justify the shit for y'all goofy ass. For real.
Of events with Antonio.
Nah, he right.
At the
Yo
age
ass
of
just as wrong as him.
At him, he tried to act like he wasn't the back door.
Yeah, nah, I wasn't there. I ain't see it.
What?
You know, I wasn't there.
Charleston, you know we got word that.
You know, I wasn't there.
So you didn't tell the people Antonio was in there?
No, I wasn't there. I was live.
He be coming up with some shit.
I was live on the
I see
stream.
how he does it.
Yeah, I was live on the stream. I just heard about it. Yeah, I just heard about it.
And the people be taking these internet clips, these little clips, and they go off with it.
I mean, I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing.
Yeah, they gonna run with that.
Yeah. So Charles, when you say you think you're the baddest, are you saying intellectually wise, as far as outwitting and outthinking people?
Yeah.
Because I think when you say that, people like
They think it tough and fight. Yeah. They
yeah.
So Michael Jackson said I'm bad. It's the name of his album.
Yeah.
And so I grew up watching Michael Jackson perform in countries that even understand what he's saying, but they would pass out when he turned his head. So I grew up wanting to be bad like Michael Jackson, making people watch me and listen to me. And now since I'm on stage, I got people doing.
You think you gonna make somebody pass out? No, Charleston, talk your You a damn lie.
It by the millions in the
So you got a pair of penny loafers in the closet.
All right, keep that pepper spray on you, huh?
Yeah,
I used to put quarters in mine.
Sports
I
knockout.
used to do the Michael Jackson so good, my mama and them go put me on putting on the hits and all that shit. So yeah.
Okay,
yeah. So I've been
That boy had that one hip spinning in circles like a ballerina.
performing all my life playing.
So I just wanted to get. I mean, I know what he mean by it when he say he bad.
He wanted to be a dancer growing up.
Because he like, if he got you talking about him and you supposed to be better than him, then that makes him better than you because you talking about him. He ain't talking about you.
You already
You
lost.
giving him a reason to talk about
Already
you,
lost.
which he's capitalizing off.
Lil Boosie and you, the only two really completely disarm me where I can't because they won't engage. And that's how you beat it. That want to engage, got the skills to engage, and you don't engage him, he lose. So he got to go away. It's like the line waiting for you to come down.
It's like today, right? If he could get me to stand up out this seat,
like I did Mob James.
I lose.
I got Mob James to do it. Made him
You get
do
what
it.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because at that point, you can't handle his mental.
You can't get wound up in the
Yeah,
words.
you got to be able to like. He gonna say triggering. He done shot 2-3 of them at me already, right? But he know I know. So I'm gonna roll off
So,
this.
I'm a mama, his woman, and his auntie that he can't out argue. And he can't put his hands on. Most will beat this girl up if she can out talk him. Most can't out talk that girl.
Oh, they gay.
So if I can out talk you, you lose. Cause most ain't designed to out talk.
Now, just watching the both of y'all in this interaction, this is like two of the greatest internet, I don't want to say manipulators, but
You said how you want to say it.
maneuverers. Who do you think has a bigger handle on controlling the internet?
No, it all depends on what you. Okay,
Because you guys got different lanes, different
I
channels.
can't do what he does.
I can't do what he do.
Charleston.
I can't like if he says and does. If I did it, I would be facing a different situation. I can't do it.
He can go sit down in a back room with an executive. An executive go send somebody to come get me to sit down with them because of what I've said and the outlandish things that I project. This what made me salute his game. He was Suge Knight's chauffeur. I'm a game.
What you mean? I was where you get that from?
That's the word that I was going to ask you about.
That's the
Okay,
word.
now hold on.
No, hold on.
Hold on, stop right there.
Rat 100 was a driver? So he didn't even really rank up for real. He was just really the front driver, so he was hearing all the information secondhand. Oh, man. So he even more fake gangster than Charleston?
He ain't lying.
I thought he was really a gangster, but he was just a rat. You feel me? On some street politics, you feel me? Going wrong. You feel me?
It's one picture of me and Suge in a car together, and Suge is driving.
Yeah, Charleston way bigger.
Y'all do know Suge don't trust.
But that is the story.
That's the
and
story.
narrative that's going around the internet
Wait.
for a long time. I wanted
He's
you
trying
to
to
clarify that.
Wait. First of all, let's clear this up. It's one photo of me and Suge on the internet, and Suge's driving. He in a red Bentley. Secondly, Suge didn't trust nobody I'm going to say it. They may not like it. But the off-duty police that worked for him.
Which was Reggie.
No, it wasn't even Reggie.
Oh,
Reggie ran the security agency, but he only trusted, I think it was like named Cortez or something. And he had a Benz where the passenger seat was out. He was sitting in the back seat and dude would drive. Now, he had trust the homies to follow him. But Sugar did so much weird, he never knew what to do. Right. He did, right? So let's get one thing straight. And
you wasn't a chauffeur?
Never.
So that was the word.
I never wore a death row chain. I refused that. Because
so listen, let me ask you.
I wasn't going to do the Simon Says shit.
How you get in the industry? You don't rap, you don't sing. How you get in this industry?
Okay, so my first real
Adams
business
22
was
giving up booty.
Shit was in jail. You got to remember, in the 90s, I was doing time. I wasn't around back then.
I know.
Right? So my homeboy, Pooh Ryder, rest in peace, he was in the penitentiary with Suge. Pooh, all he wanted to do was put work in, smash, which irritated the hell out of me because Suge had a name for them type of people. He called them crash dummies. And it irritated the hell out of me that my road dog was that. He
was considered a crash dummy.
He went and put the big death row thing on his back. He did all this shit. So one day he said, Wack, could you take me up to death row to get my check? So I drove him up there to get his check. Reggie was there, right? Reggie then told him when he met Wack, Wack pulled up in the Benz. I had the trucking industry, real estate industry. I was already doing what I was doing, right? I wasn't doing nothing in music. So Reg invited me to the Soul Train Awards, right? And this is when we had the Rumble with Nate Dogg and them. Keita Rock from 6-0 was still with us back then. And some shit kicked off. And, you know, you got homies and then you got warriors. And as things was going on, Reg and Keita Rock seen how it was moving, even taking control of the car. I wasn't finna, then after this shit went on, all these used to be signed to death row. Ain't no way I'm finna let a chauffeur drive me back to this motherfucking location that these didn't worked out of the last decade or so, right? So I took control of the limo, parked up the street, make sure we walked down the street to make sure wasn't waiting in ambushes. At that point in time, Keita Rock told Reggie, we need him around. I said, Reg, I want to discuss the business because I wrote a book in prison called Infiltration. And my idea was, it was 12 chapters. I wanted to put a song with each one of the chapters, put the CD on front of the book, came by one without buying another. At the time, it was rumored they was gonna do Death Row Films. Suge is in the pen, so when Reggie talking to Suge, he like, yeah, man, Pooh Ryder homeboy come around. Suge knew my name from the joint. We just never did no time together, right? So every time I'm coming up there, it's business. When Suge came home, I said, with Suge on business, I refused a Death Row chain. You hear when them niggas called him Simon? You know what that is? Hey, man, go to the store, do that. Why I gotta do it? Because Simon said do it. Nigga, I wasn't going for none of that. I already had a crib, had a couple cars, had 2, 3 streams of revenue. And them got paid less than minimum wage. He gave them a condo to stay in, 3 at a time, a car to drive under the company name, and $2,500 a month. Them working 18 hours a day, 6 days a week. If you add that up, that's close to $3 an hour.
Yeah, sure, wrong, hit them up. But they ain't going for it.
No, they went for it.
They going for it.
You got to remember when people say that, I don't even know where that comes from. I believe SKG may have started that shit. And SKG wasn't
well,
there.
you know, that's the storyline into the trucking industry. You went from chauffeur.
No. I was already in the trucking industry.
Okay, well,
Suge didn't come home till 02.
Yeah.
My trucking game started in 99. By the time Suge came home, I had a fleet. I had BMW, Porsche, Audi, Volkswagen, and Range Rover contracts through Wagon and Truckers. I was already Suge could tell you. He asked me one day, man, park that truck, I need you around. I said, I tell you what, you give me $500,000 up front.
Why knock that boy out?
Because I was doing like $250,000 a truck back then. I give you 12
Oh, that's what made that boy big.
I go back to what I'm doing. But I'm thinking $500,000, that's 2 years of
that
work.
boy snapped,
up
man.
front, I get a 12 months for a 2-year hit. This is when I realized Suge was going broke. This when I seen it. Right? And then when I really see it is when he started asking me for money and for, you know what I'm saying? Then Death Row Reggie left. That's when I realized the buildings was in Reggie's name. If Reggie wouldn't have been a part of that, that shit would have shut down while he was in there. And then Lydia, I believe, won in my 03, 04. They took the name. That's when it became The Row. By the Big U never saw Death Row as it was. So when he talking about he saw with all his money, that's cap. Suge was already bankrupt,
By the time he
on his
came
way.
in.
The bill hadn't been paid for in 6-7 months. He was squatting. By 2007, he was flat broke. He was sleeping on the couch in the Devil Lanes, the homie G Down and Mondoose, sleeping on their couch in the gutter. It's a fact.
Yeah, shout out to them. I used to see them give away Christmas trees and shit.
Y'all don't
man.
remember,
Yeah.
bro. Think about it. See, if y'all really think about it, y'all be caught up in the name of what he did prior to. Think about it. What type of music mogul is catching a case for beating a prostitute on the Las Vegas Strip? If y'all think
Wack
about it,
100 versus Jet Li.
that ain't no who up.
Wack.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So,
crimes.
yeah, so bro, when Suge went to jail, what kind of car he was driving?
Wack
A
probably
pickup
check
truck.
him.
Just so caught up in what it used to
And
be.
his own boys.
They blinded what's right in front of them. I'm gonna ask you a question that you should have been trolling, but you never thought about. Why is Suge really in the penitentiary right now?
For killing what's up, Baba Louie brother, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Bobby Louis' brother. He ran over
He
the
ran
homie
over a nigga.
Terry Carter. But this real reason was he was scared to fight Bone. Bone wanted to fade. He fired on him through the window. Bang, bam, get out, nigga, get out. Instead of Suge, what'd he do? Threw the truck in reverse, threw it in drive, threw Bone off, bagged over him, ran over his leg, and then tried to make a run for it. See, this is the world don't want to see it for what it. Suge Knight got 28 years and killed his homie because he was scared to squabble Bone. Whoa. Think about what I'm telling you. All Bone wanted was a squabble. Wasn't no gun there. Bone had a walkie-talkie. All he wanted was a squabble. Why? Because you just went to Bone's place of business when they was filming Straight Outta Compton and called him a in a hole and told him he was only acting this way because the police was there. So Bone left the east side, went to the west side, called him, and took off on him through the window and said, get out, let's get out. So if Suge would have put it in park, opened the door and squabbled,
Nah,
Terry
Suge
Carter
was
still be
scared.
alive, he would have never caught the murder in the pickup truck.
Now we seen towards the end of Suge's career, right? There was some moments that he had where he ended up getting into a lot of situations, a lot of fights.
Well, bagged him from me.
Yeah.
The homies got away from me. I told him straight up, I said, look, because this is what he'll do. You are calling me like, y'all need to get that meeting with that dude, right? And what he'll do, he'll be like, yeah, y'all, we're going to meet him tomorrow. Meet me in Hollywood, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. You meet him over there at 7 o'clock, he go to driving around next year, 9, 10 o'clock. Oh, we going to meet him over here. So he telling everybody he going to do these meetings just to get a crowd with him, and we figured it out. So I said, ain't no more evening meetings. And nigga got to be between 12 and 5. We look up, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, we at a club, this nigga went through the back door, he gone. So once we figured it out, everybody bagged up from him. And everybody bagged up from him, wasn't nobody no longer around him. That's when you saw the barber knock him out.
Yeah.
Greg the barber.
So those situations continuously happen for him, right? But there was situations with you that are on the internet. They're saying that Big U, Tiny Draws caught you lacking. And
You know
knocked
what's
out.
crazy? Everywhere they say something happened with me is 9,000 cameras and they ain't never got it. If Wack walking through the door with Game, Blueface, we coming through rolling loud. You know, what all the cameras doing?
Yeah, facts recorded.
They on, right? Now, this is the crazy part about this shit. Rick Rock spoke on the No Jumper segment because he was acting security for Game. And hey, bro, if I catch a nosebleed, I fart, I slip and fall on accident. Got that on camera. So this when I realized the hate was real. You got that swing at a right? He don't connect. We moving because we late. But by the time I took like 2 steps after the swung, it dawned on me, like, this nigga just swinging me.
Really just did
So
that.
when I turned, the nigga took off running. This when I know the hate is real. He runs. Nobody ever says, oh, you let Wack swing on this and run. What they gonna say? I'm a ass nigga.
They tried to sneak.
Right? He swings and runs, so when I run to the direction, all the Samoan security, I'm like, bro, watch out, I know he back there. I said the swung, he tried to, I mean, when you dope feed a nigga, try to dope feed a nigga like you trying to knock him out. Said the nigga tried to knock me
I gotta
out.
come get you. Yeah.
So I see his homie I'm so mad his homie came up there with us, the homie Milk, which I was wrong for. Milk came up there with us. He from Gray Street. I see his homie and turn the wrath on him, right?
He gonna come out somehow.
Yeah, but Milk ain't had nothing to do with it. But this then ran over there, hopped the gate, and ran down Figueroa, right?
Yeah, I think they got a video of me and you supposed to getting into it at a Michael Jordan event or something.
That ain't no me and you, that's me and Mike.
Yeah.
Mike security, right? So that's what I'm saying. They'll make up Charleston. What that was like 2013.
Yeah, that's the nigga. I was man.
Yeah, so you know when it comes to me, it's like they create some Big U paperwork. It don't take a rocket scientist to understand this is Big U on a wiretap. You my homie, I'm talking to you, right? And I know I've been saying whenever I catch this is on.
My hands
And you
right here.
catch the by itself and you 20 deep. You can't get on the phone with your homeboy and say, I ran into him and didn't do nothing. You just can't do that. But if you read the paperwork said we was 20 deep. Wack jumped out his car. This is what he said. Wack jumped out his car. Okay, Wack been calling you a snitch for 2 years because of the GRID program. It's
I'm
20
known.
of y'all. You ain't no fool. What's the only thing gonna make 20 gang members in LA stand like statues?
You telling?
Shit.
What's the only thing gonna make 20 gang members
The boss, the
stand like statues?
Leader.
Listen to me, right? He says it. It's a reason why he didn't move. I just simply told him what I told him. See, it's like this with me. When the odds is against you, you got to target your man. When you tell her, listen, if Charleston White with 20 and they catch me, right? And I jump out of the car and I tell Charleston, I don't care what happened to me, but I'm gonna get you first. And he see that something there that he can get got with. He see that this is already ready. Charleston gonna do what Big U did. Don't move cuz it kill me.
Take heed.
I told him I don't give a what happened. You going first. Right? But he on the phone with his homie, so he gotta say he was begging for his life. He ain't been calling you a snitch 2 years. Begging for your life make you go get him even more. The more pussy you act, the more they gonna whoop him. Ain't begging for a life ain't gonna stop it from coming to get you. I've been looking for you.
Not after this real pressure.
Like, so you know, sometimes you gotta do the math and understand what a on his phone just and creating a reason on why you did not. I can tell you this, he didn't go home that. I guarantee you he didn't go home between the hours of 1 a.m. and 9 a.m. That's a fact. Now you gotta ask yourself, why you didn't go home? I know for a fact he didn't go home. Right? You know why? He know me. You been running this Dewberry, you know this, right? You know to what extent he'd go to, and you didn't let him get away. And you know he know everything about where you at. Right? Sometimes you danger. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, shout out to him. We all reading his paperwork. He obviously wasn't, you know, I'm 26,000 pages of wiretaps and 46,000 of evidence, and you knew your phone was hot since 2021, but yet you stayed on your phone and called all your homies and included to pull them into this type of shit. The New Jersey paperwork that
Did you ever expect this from him?
I never knew this side of him. So
You knew him for a long time.
you know, but you got to remember, he came out of prison. So our thing was to build him into the rap game and the real estate game. This shit that I'm reading from talking to his homies from back then, when I backed away from him and doors started closing on him over there, he went back to his old ways of what he did in the 80s and the early 90s. Like
right after the pandemic, homie, y'all was positioning yourselves like to be a new mogul, entertainment mogul type entryway for artists for the West Coast and further on. So yeah.
But he got, listen, when I went and did the deal with Cash Money for the Cash Money West thing, and I signed Blueface, Schoolyard is an enemy of 6-0. And when he called me talking about, damn, I got artists over here, but you signed my enemies. I said, hey, did you forget when you came home, we helped you? When the fuck you become the dictator of our business and how we do our business? Mm-hmm. You came home and beat your son half to death, and the power rules had to build. See, I know everything. We had to come get you out. When your house went into foreclosure, we had to save you. How the you gonna tell me, nigga, who I'm signing or not? That's part of your problem, is you didn't want to sign nobody unless they was from your neighborhood. Now, if I was like that, saying if you ain't a power rule, I ain't gonna sign you, it's a whole lot of I would have missed out on. So at that point, I said, look, bro, this is what we gonna do. We gonna bag up, because Suge had already been on me. Suge had already said, Big U. Man, that was a mistake, me bringing that around, leave that where he at. I was just being a brother to him. But once I seen that, and then people around him started talking to me when I ran into him, I started saying, whoever feed the people, lead the people. So if these niggas running around you starving, I happen to pull up one day at a gas station, damn nigga, what's up? What you doing sitting here? Man, I'm waiting for the Big U to pull up, man, and bring me some money for gas. What you mean bring some money for gas? Hold up, and I fill up his tank and go in my pocket and get in a few hundred. Like, what you doing? Get up out of here. Guess what happens with that same individual when he hears something that he think I need to know? So it was 4, 5 people around me, and 600 know this because when I tell 600 the shit I do, because 600 was around him after I kind of left, got away from him. When I tell him the shit I know, he like, damn, Wack, you knew all? Yeah, because they telling me.
That's what make the Fed so powerful. They gather information. They don't want ass. They don't want money. They want information to ask.
Yeah,
so that's what make him so sharp, homie. And he allow on your ass too, just to rattle your case.
Who?
You nigga.
When?
Yeah, you lying talking about I was some preacher taking the church house, nigga.
You talking about the preacher at Dallas?
That nigga Bishop Eli be on Real Life Street. Boy, that nigga mad the motherfucker. You said it. That nigga mad. That little short nigga mad.
Look how he laughing down there.
Say, boy, that nigga swear by God. Boy,
So wait, hold on, Charleston. I'm gonna make you tell the truth. So let's keep it real.
So you ain't hit that man.
I studied him. You know what he don't do it that bad no more. When he start talking real fast, if you can slip the questions in there, he'll answer it wrong without realizing he answered it. So I got to going on Clubhouse. He talking real fast. So I say, yeah, you still go to that church? They told me to start going to this church, right? He said, yeah, nigga. But woo. I said, yeah, you talk about the preacher that did all the time in the penitentiary? Yeah. Nigga did 30 years, nigga. So what, nigga? Woo. I said, yeah, y'all still. And I hit him with it, and he didn't respond. And when he didn't respond, I left the app. And that's where it ended.
Clubhouse,
yeah, that nigga Bishop Eli heard that shit, man, I'm gonna get that.
Well, hold on. Then I didn't say it. Charleston never said it was a lie.
I said, man, this bitch ass nigga throw this shit out.
This.
I even stop on
Whoa, he just confirmed. Oh, I mean, it ain't surprising. It's kind of like hearing about Diddy. You feel me? Kind of like hearing about Diddy all over again. Like, I mean, we kind of knew.
Oh, you know, man, bitch ass nigga, man.
You brought your to my jungle with me. Did you not?
Yeah, I ain't know nothing about this.
I ain't know nothing about that.
Clubhouse. I let these trick me and wire me up, and I want this your ass too. So they don't treat it. I ain't know this is playing field.
And then he logged out.
Man,
so
they
now
can
who
mute
gonna
you,
argue
man.
with?
Hey, listen, let me tell you what I did to it. One day he up there talking crazy, right? I said I'm a bullet.
Oh, Bishop Eli will be with 607.
I did a count.
Oh, he for that clap? You talking about doing that? Had the purple bandana on with the purple suit on with the 2 priests? He was the other priest? Oh man, the self-taught priest.
Down that nigga whole cow blew up. Boom!
Self-certified. He got the roll.
I said, man, this shit. Man, these white people,
I'll be right back.
Making money over here. They taking my clips, put them on YouTube channels, monetizing.
Guess who's taking his clip?
They were eating off my ass.
My media team.
Oh, they were eating off my ass.
Shout out to Clubhouse, TV Clubhouse.
Once I snapped, I said, oh, man, they eating off, man, because every time I look up, these motherfucking clips over here doing numbers.
Shout out to Ray Gibbs. Hey, listen, yeah, but see, everybody was like, why you won't? That's the peasants talking.
I'm bringing the fan in here. Hold on.
Look, that's the peasants talking.
I fit out to go to my 5:30 appointment, so y'all.
Look, that's the peasants talking, right? Well, y'all don't understand what you're dealing with. This was a very touchy battle, right? At that point in time where we both was, either one of us, it could either be a stalemate or one of us could lead with the next pull.
Yeah.
In this
all the bragging.
situation, I chose a stalemate. On some real
No.
No headphones.
Yeah, I feel like
you have fun with that one.
because I ain't finna keep with you, man, and you ain't saying nothing back. Nigga, I ain't finna keep
because
fucking
at that
with you.
point in time,
It gonna make me look stupid.
I start running the narrative that's obsessed with me.
Man, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, nah, so nigga, I'm not finna
Like
leave
you
nigga
don't want to
alone.
bark back. Like,
I'm finna
So
go
I'm gonna
fuck
tell you,
with
I did you a favor, cause you was slipping. I said, nah, I ain't gonna do him like that, cause the really ain't my enemy. Your people let your trademark lapse,
Yeah.
and I had it.
No. That called and told me.
I called and told I was gonna take his. I said, you know what? He ain't
different.
my enemy like that. So I call. Yeah, I fight different. I called and told him.
Yeah, they called and told me.
that's like punch you in the mouth and they give you an ice pack.
No,
like,
but
here
at
you go,
that
big
point,
dog.
I think he started to understand,
Yeah.
like, okay, because telling
Put
him I
him
wanted
on.
to get in my and all kind of
Nah,
shit.
that's crazy.
And we had talked on the phone a couple times.
Yeah, they just didn't know
Yeah,
that.
nigga,
we
what
had-
the ice?
So more people don't know we was already secretly
kinda seen
bonded.
that y'all was
Yeah,
rolling and shit.
yeah.
I mean,
I just
shit.
wasn't coming to the internet saying nothing about it.
Shit, don't tell them no.
I mean, it is what it is, man. But look, since you always kept telling people that my woman was white,
Yeah, I thought he had a white woman. No, you got a beautiful black
that's
sister.
why I had to dress in white for you. Just put on all white. 'Cause
Yeah, I thought
Charleston-
that had a mislead.
And you know she from the South.
No, I ain't know that.
Hell yeah, she from Greenville, Mississippi.
Oh
Nigga.
man, shout out to my people out there.
Hell yeah,
man.
them Southern women is different,
Yeah,
boy. I tell you
shout
that.
out, shout out to the
I'm
Jackson
cool
family.
on
out
the
there.
other. I'm cool. Them Southern women, they service you a whole nother way.
Oh yeah, it's different.
Way different.
Well, fellas, I
get you to
enjoyed
New York.
this. We got to do this again. I got another 5:30 appointment.
All right.
So I probably got 5-10 minutes tops.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I had to bring a fan in here because there's the
Go ahead,
AC.
get
The
some
AC kicked out, and you know. But more than anything, what I like doing with everything I do is like being able to bring people together who I feel are polarizing figures. I know that a lot of the time these lists come out. Who's top 5 hip hop media, top 10 hip hop media? I don't feel like I'm a part of it because I don't care about hip hop media.
Yeah.
Right, I care about just doing dope in general and having dope conversations, which is a reason why the female that was here having a conversation.
Yeah,
with me,
you was taking it easy.
yeah, but not even taking it easy, just having a real conversation in her lane. Right, I don't want to push people's boundaries.
So did she tell you what not to ask her?
No.
Oh, okay. You just
Honestly, we were doing an interview with Rolly Romero, and we got a message, she's around if you want to do the interview. So we were doing the interview when she came through.
Oh, she ain't been there to slip.
This one thing I appreciate y'all for.
Gotta go grab
Between
that
you and
drink.
Aiden Ross, y'all been the two main platforms who anybody y'all think I've had opposition with, y'all tried to get us to come together and sit down and see if we can hash it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate y'all for always
that's
trying to do that.
Danza finna guy that 607 Unk soon. Speaking it into existence. You feel me? Danza, if you watching. 607 Unk. Charleston White, man. The boys gotta hash things out, man. It's a lot of great content. Finna unfold with them two, man. We need you to make that shit happen, gang. We need you to be the one to change the barrier between them two and break down the dam, goddammit.
Yeah,
And that's what I was gonna ask. I'll start with you, Wack. Obviously there was a lot of differences on social media, on basically over the internet airwaves. But now that you met Charleston White, do you have a different?
No, you gotta understand, like Charleston, just like when he came to Clubhouse in my neck of the woods, how I would mute on him. If I didn't with him in no way, I would never say. I know when I say something back, he does this. Oh yeah, I got this another 3 days.
Yeah.
So we know what we do. You get what I'm saying? He ain't never looked up and some and tapped him on his shoulder talking about Wack said keep his name out his mouth. Right? So at the end of the day, I respect his craft because what he does is a factor in his lane. You like it or love it. You know what I'm saying?
Get in.
You ain't got to like the but at the end of the day, you got to respect what he does. Now he done flipped it and run around doing stand-up comedy.
Comedy.
Yeah.
That's I salute that.
Growth and development.
But all that, when they be trying
I
to, I don't hate nothing on Charleston, you feel me? Shout out, bro. In the grind, he came up, you feel me? He done switched up. It's just the morals, and every time bitch try to say, oh, he reeling. Like, bruh, this man ain't for y'all, bruh. He ain't for nobody but himself. He ain't for nobody but himself. I ain't mad at the grind and the come up and how far he's came, you feel me? That he came far. You feel me? But when it come to all that, he real this, he real that. I don't know now.
Stay stagnant, just still arguing, going back and forth.
Hold on, the chat just
the
disappeared.
internet showed me that there's a comedy side to what I'm doing. I didn't know that. So had I not came to the
They find
internet,
out
I
live
wouldn't know I could
crash.
make people laugh. So the internet was saying, "Oh, you need to do stand-up comedy," and I found my lane.
Fire.
So yeah,
Killing it too.
yeah.
By the way, happy birthday.
I already appreciate you, man.
I
I mean, but
So
why'd
if
you
Happy
let
birthday.
Jay Prince stop you from doing that show?
birthday.
Right?
No,
did
Spend
he
his birthday
stop?
with Wack 100.
He stopped it. So this what happened.
Know what that mean?
Miss Pap, Parents Against Predators.
They fold
She
each
had this
other.
organization.
They bad
Jay
and
Prince
shit.
has a halfway house that has
We good.
predators in it.
Say less.
So, but they've served their time, but they're registered, but they're at this halfway house. So Miss Pap does a lot of,
Say
work.
less, we good.
So she invited me. The chief of police of Houston Police Department was going to be speaking there. Jay Prince made some calls, or they saw something. So the chief of police didn't want that because they perceive him to be what he is to the culture. So so they didn't want it. Miss Pap was mad. She was upset. She really wanted me to be at that organization because it wasn't about what me and him had, because he had nothing to do with it. It was about me to be able to come present. So now the Houston Police Department shut it down.
So you think he played a part in that?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
No, this was crazy.
Hell yeah. Because
If you really playing gangster games, you let him show up.
But well, he know he can't hurt me. He know he cannot, but he cannot let me come to his city after the things I have already said online, and then come to his city and let me be in his city. And he can't let me have that glory.
So you don't think he figured out about that studio that you got down there? He ain't found that yet.
Yeah, he know where it's at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he know where it's at.
I was wondering because I know where it's at. I mean, I know he got to know where it's at.
Yeah, he know where it's at.
You told him.
Everybody know where it's at.
It's so subtle with it, dog. This shit crazy.
Yeah, everybody know where it's at.
Hey man, you know what you do with light skin? Do you run late?
What's
You
that?
think you special?
I had to be somewhere. I gotta
Yeah, you
support
the
my
reason-
godson. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
I gotta leave one place early to get to the next place
How old
late.
is your godson?
3.
Don't know you, man. He don't know.
You right.
But it shit matter. When he see them pictures and he know who I am, it's gonna be because of that. Even
God,
after this,
word,
I got a wedding after this.
Yeah, they told me you got to go to a wedding.
Non-stop, bro.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Yeah, tell them when they get a divorce, call us. We're going to come sit down and talk to them.
I'm gonna say Uncle Wack sent you a message. Uncle Wack got a message for you.
Yo, recently I had Cowboy on the platform. By the way, Charleston, whenever you gotta go.
Cowboy.
Hold on.
What about
Nips
Cowboy?
Yeah, Nips Cowboy. He spoke about you, but we spoke to him, and he was saying that he's got this spot called Thunderdome, and he wants to invite you there for a squabble.
I bet he do. You know why? Because the little light he had going on, that go. Now tell Cowboy, I'm the same you ran into right there downtown LA. When all this a few days, remember I had him on Clubhouse over? 3 days after that I run into him. And all he wanted to talk about is me helping him open a hot dog stand. Right? But nigga, we could go in any dark alley. Let's do it in the dark alley first, and then let's see if we want to give you the clout. See, we know a would take getting his ass whooped just to get his name on something. Charleston know any given day he could jump up and say, let's go. And we're going to run that play. We're going to run that play. You know what I'm saying? What the I'm going to give it to it? You got to bring some value to it. It can't be us one nigga in the ring bringing the bag. Because at that point in time, I want to keep all the money. I can call Charles and say, we finna go on a 3-week run. You ass on. And then we gonna fight, run the bag up, get in there, squabble, and go home. So, you know, at the end of the day, you got to position yourself right. We ain't gonna just get you what we didn't earn.
Goddamn right, and I'm gone.
Charles to go.
Can we see more from y'all in the future?
Yeah, we definitely.
That boy seen us heating up. He trying to go.
Get that going.
Yeah, we've been. It's been a few years we've been building, and we getting up.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Charles heard him outside like, nah. His homeboy said we gotta go. 4 cars just pulled up outside. We gotta go.
My brother, I appreciate you coming.
Hey, shout out Dancer, man. Interview, man. Interview, man. This shit right here, boy, was wanted for real. We ain't think we needed it, boy, but this shit right here was for the culture. Everybody had to see what the hell these rats be talking about. Had to see what the hell Charleston ad be talking about. Charleston ad be giving us 16 different stories and shit, confusing people. He still think he was a gangster at one point in time. But it was a W interview, man. I want to see them boys on 20v1 too, man. Speaking of 20v1s, man, we got a 20v1 with Felice Johnson and Lil Woody. I don't know if y'all put back in the booth. I lost my dogs, I kill if I get a chance, I'ma shoot. Bye, bro, I crash, broad day, you know, man, so I'm telling the truth. Ain't no therapist can relate to me, it's why I put my pain in the booth. No, I'm really coming from poverty, borderline, I ain't have no roof. I will hit a list for real, nigga, get fun by trying to learn how to spoof. Fuck around, find who spoofing, better than spoofer, I got spoof.